A new experiment in GTA 5. In today's experiment, we're going to test how far a variety of cars can drive over these speed bumps because the distance between them will increase each time and only the biggest and most capable vehicles will be able to reach the finish line. Watch the video till the end, leave a like, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new experiments.
Hi guys! As always, your favorite little penguin Koki is here with you.
And today we have a new experiment in GTA 5 where we'll see how far cars can make it through speed bumps. But these aren't your ordinary speed bumps. They're super extremely dangerous. That's why today I've prepared an extremely unusual collection of cars, including supercars, quirky cardboard cars, jet-powered vehicles, massive monster trucks, off-roaders, and of course the biggest Lambo in the world, taller than a skyscraper. So make sure to watch the video till the end to find out which car will make it all the way to the finish line. Subscribe to the channel and hit like so that experiments like this come out as often as possible. And now, let's start with the smallest car of the day. It's a monowheel. Yes, that's right. But it can jump. At least that's one advantage we've got. What was that levitation just now? How did that even happen? Wait a second. Can it actually levitate for real? How? Whoa, what? What? How is that possible? What kind of tricks are these? What am I, Harry Potter or something? Or who? Alright, okay, let's go. This is the very first level, and if you take a closer look, you'll notice there are absolutely no holes here at all. And we can get through it super easily. Here's the second level, and now the distance between the speed bumps is getting bigger. So it's already harder to get through. You could fall through. Third level. Oh, whoa. I honestly cannot believe my eyes. This is just absolutely insane. All right, we're making it through the fourth one. Okay, this is already more difficult because I feel like if we stop... Look, seriously, if I stop, I'll 100% fall. I'm barely hanging on. Okay, so this is the fifth level, and I think this is just completely unreal for our bike. Although it does look like I'm making it through somehow, but I really feel like if I slow down at all, I'll fall right away. Oh no, this is a big problem. No, stop, just stop. Yeah, the sixth level is already looking like it's 100% impossible to get through. Haha, we just fell straight down. Well, overall, not a bad result for a unicycle. I thought we wouldn't even make it past level 2. Let's go get the next ride. Okay, let's keep going. Next up is the BMX. And by the way, this one already has 2 whole wheels. Also, by the way, there's a chance this is a cheater BMX. It seems like we've tested this bike before, and it could jump really high. So I suggest we check if that's the case. We speed up, line up, and on the count of 3, we jump. 1, 2, 3. Wow, I told you, you know. And by the way, while we're flying around up here, you can actually see just how incredibly different the levels are. That very last one way over there, it's really something else. Okay, second try, we pick up speed, make the jump, and fly straight to the finish. We need to glide. So, if before I jumped without gliding, now we're gliding and calmly making it all the way. Whoa, that's what I call a perfect parking job. But getting through here, this is the very last, the 10th level. I have no idea what kind of car you'd need for that. I personally think only the Lamborghini, the biggest one, could make it. This is because its wheels are substantially larger than the gap here. So that is the first car, but you can't do it without using some cheat abilities. Let's go test out the next cars. I think only a very small number of them will actually make it to the finish today. And in the meantime, we're slowly moving on to the real Lambos. Well, okay, so this isn't exactly what you would call a real toy Lambo go-kart. I would actually say it is the real deal, but nevertheless, this car should be incredibly fast. So we are going to accelerate to the absolute maximum, and let's attempt to clear this particular challenge at top speed because, well, we have to. I think that's it, level 7. Yeah, we have never actually made it to level 7. You know, 6 is the highest level we've managed to reach so far. Wait a minute, who even put this dinosaur here anyway? What is this? He's about to just take my head off and bite it. Alright, jokes aside, of course, but okay, I definitely haven't tested the dinosaur. Is he made out of Lego or something? What kind of wheels are these? By the way, if you had Lego as a kid, you definitely owe a like. I feel like absolutely everyone built with that set because, well, it was just incredibly cool. So if you did, make sure to hit like... Okay, let's go. Level 4. Level 5, and the distance keeps getting bigger and bigger. 6. What? 7? Seriously? Look. 8th level. This is where the problems start. 9th and... Well, yeah. The 9th level is just way too big. The dinosaur should be at least twice as long, at minimum. But apparently not today. What kind of trolling is this? Wait, who put a cardboard Lambo here? As if the small one wasn't enough for me. Cardboard, seriously? Am I supposed to drive a cardboard Lambo now? Drive around. The engine is cardboard too. Apparently, yeah. And the fuel is paper or... What? Alright, fine. Actually, it certainly seems like this particular car is remarkably fast. So I would suggest, since we have supercars, that we should try to test this specific challenge at its absolute maximum speed. We almost made it to the finish! I was just trying to see what it looks like from first-person view. It's really scary, honestly. But we flew through 10 levels, fell into the water, and now this Lambo is about to turn from a Lambo into a wad of cardboard. Which the sharks are probably going to eat now, too. Phew! Alright, well, all the jokes are officially over now, and we are finally moving on to the actual real supercars. Just take a look at this magnificent Nissan GTR. It looks so unbelievably cool, especially since it has been professionally tuned. What kind of engine is that? From some kind of turbo plane. It's really fast! Guys, this is the fastest car. Let's check out the interior. Oh wow, even the engine is blocking the view here. Alright, let's go full throttle and hit it! Let's really try to make it through with a lot more speed. It seems the bumper is actually flying even faster than the car. Ha ha ha! 9th level, let's go. Well, it didn't quite work out, unfortunately. But the chances were high. Okay, let's keep going. What do we have here? Oh my goodness, that's the Batmobile. Look, it really looks like... It looks just like a real Batmobile, but wait, why is it so incredibly light? Is it actually supposed to be like that? Seriously? Alright then, let's go guys. We have a new way to complete this experiment, and that's on foot. Let's get going. Wait, what is this? Seriously? I have really never done this before, honestly, but okay, wow. The main thing right now is to make sure I do not fall down here. It's definitely getting harder and harder to get through this. Alright, I think it's time to stop joking around, or I might actually fall for real now. So... let's turn on the acceleration and try to make it all the way to the finish line from here. The most important thing we need is acceleration. Come on, give me that acceleration. It didn't really help us out all that much. Looks like we are definitely going to need a very long and gigantic car. Let's go test the next one. Okay, now we're testing the Pixel car. We've got a very unusual collection today. If you really enjoy these kinds of experiments and these awesome cars, and in general my channel, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Leave a like and don't forget to write in the comments, which car do you think will make it all the way to the finish line? Given that we have these incredible supercars available to us, I would suggest that we try and complete this particular experiment at the absolute maximum speed possible. Let's go! Fly! No! This is the very first car that successfully made it, managing to fly through the air, perform a huge jump, and reach the final stage of level 10, but unfortunately, in the end, it still couldn't avoid falling. Ah, that's a shame. Let's go for the next one. Guys, I've just come up with a brilliant idea! Look, I've got a Lambo, but not an ordinary one, as you might have noticed. It's a Lambo with a turbo booster. And besides being able to activate the turbo boost, the Lambo can also jump. I've come up with the perfect tactic. What if, instead of completing this challenge in the usual way, we build up our speed, use the jump, and then at the very last moment, activate the nitro boost so the car flies completely straight to the finish line? That sounds incredibly intense, like I'm Agent 007 and we're filming some kind of action movie right now. Alright then, let's give it a proper try. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, boost and then jump. And oh, that's not quite right at all. A little bit off. Wait, hold on a second. No, I did it all wrong. I really regret that now. Come on now. Please, Lambo, boost for me. The boost is working. Wow. Okay, wait, be quiet for a moment. No, don't fall off. Please stop. Just stop. How did we do that? That was just truly insane. No. Fadali messed up. But we use the boost and head back to the finish line. The car actually made it to the finish, and I think we can most definitely count that as a resounding success. Even though our original plan went a little bit off track, so to speak. Alright then, let's go ahead and test out the next car. Okay, hold up. Awesome. We're out of them! Now it's time for the giant cars, the SUVs, and... the most important thing is that this G-Wagon isn't just any G-Wagon, it's a G-Wagon limousine. So I think you know what I want to do. Right now, you and I are going to accelerate to the max and then brake immediately. Do you know why? Oh wait, damn. It's actually really quite difficult to brake over these particular speed bumps. So I'm going to try to get over everything here at the absolute lowest speed. Because the G-Wagon is pretty long, and so it should be able to handle it just perfectly without any issue. Look, check this out on the FUI. On the 5th level, it's looking just perfect. Now, for the 6th level, here's where the problems begin to start. You need a little more speed here. Let's try to speed up. The 8th level is a 9th level. Come on now. You have to make it. It kind of jumps right there, so that's a good thing. And for the 10th level, can we actually save it? Not really. Well, alright. Okay, that wasn't bad. At the very least, now we know that it's much easier to pass this challenge with long cars. Alright, let's keep going. Before we test out the huge monster trucks, I suggest we try out the 6-wheeled off-road pickup. And it's a Hellfire, so it's probably kind of overpowered. Whoa! Would you look at that? It even glows. I feel like this car should definitely make it to the finish line. You know what I suggest? Let's try to get it up to maximum speed and see how it handles. It's drifting, guys! What? It's drifting! Okay, come on, a little more. Oh no! Are you actually serious? We just flew off downwards. So even top speed doesn't help, because with the G-Wagon we didn't even accelerate and covered about the same distance, maybe just a little less. So, it all depends on the car here. I suggest we move on to the real monster trucks. Alright, there are fewer and fewer cars left, but hope dies last, as they always say. Yeah. So we are moving on to the next monster truck, which, it is important to note, doesn't have conventional wheels, but instead has these sharp spiked wheels. Maybe that'll help us pass the challenge, or maybe not, who knows. So I suggest we get started. Again, we're not gonna go full speed just yet, because it seems like the car is already handling all the challenges perfectly. Look, well, we'll definitely get through the second level. You're here, I have no doubt about it anymore. Third, overall easy. Yeah? Okay. Fourth. This one is gonna be a bit tougher, but our car is handling it perfectly. Fifth level. Go for it. Perfect. Listen, I think I could even stop right here. Let's see. Yeah, look, it won't even fall through. Awesome. Sixth. Now here, I definitely don't want to take any risks, so we'll pick up a bit more speed. Eighth level, the suspension, by the way, is working absolutely perfectly, at least until we reach the 9th level. And right here, the car just completely falls straight through. Oh, damn it. Well, that was so incredibly close to making it, but unfortunately in the end, we still fell. So we've only got 3 cars left. Let's quickly test them out. For example, let's start with this one. This monster truck right here. It looks really big, although... Wait, hold on. No. Look, if you actually compare the wheels, let's go in order of increasing size. This monster truck has the smallest wheels. This next one has slightly bigger ones. And this final one has the biggest of all. So let's start with this lunar Jeep. I think it has every possible chance. We're talking 99%, maybe even a full 100% to reach the finish line. By the way, I completely forgot that this particular Jeep has the ability to turn off gravity. So, if we manage to take off, we can just simply turn off gravity and end up right at the finish line itself. So, with that said, let's get up to our maximum possible speed. The key is that we get launched into the air. Here we go, level 7. Alright, on the count of 3, let's go. Perfect, let's turn off gravity and fly. Woohoo! Look, level 10. Alright, goodbye. We turn gravity back on and just land right at the finish. Woohoo! Okay, 3 cars have already made it to the finish line, and that's definitely good news. But there are still 2 more cars left that we need to test. I hope each of them makes it to the finish line. Let's go test them. Alright, let's go test the next car. This particular one is a bit bigger in scale, so maybe even without that special superpower of turning off gravity, I believe we can still manage to handle it. Now, all we really need to do is focus on getting to level 5 or 6, making sure to be as careful as we possibly can, because from everything we've experienced so far, our monster trucks are just driving through perfectly. Look, there we go, let's see. The 4th level doesn't even feel like anything at all. I could just stand here and it wouldn't matter to me. Okay, the 5th one is already a bit tougher, but even here the car stands calmly and feels perfect. Now, on the 6th one, I really don't want to take any risks, so let's go for maximum acceleration. By the 8th, the car is already bouncing. There we go, come on! Unfortunately, the 9th one is impossible to get through. And our car just drops like a stone, falls down, stop. Before testing the biggest Lambo, I decided to add more cars because honestly, only 3 cars made it to the finish line today. We definitely need more, so I prepared only the biggest monster trucks. Let's see what they're capable of. Well, okay, admittedly this is not a monster truck, it is a wheelchair, but it's one with a surprisingly powerful turbo booster, mind you, so do not count it out just yet. Let's go! Yeah, that definitely didn't go as well as we had hoped, that's for sure. But on the bright side, we still managed to make it all the way to level 9. Alright, Lightning McQueen, I hope you're ready. Guys like this, if you've watched that cartoon, I've rewatched it a million times. I absolutely love it, so if you do too, make sure to hit like. So let's go, Lightning McQueen won't let us down today. Once again, let's start. We begin at a low speed and gradually pick up the pace. Level 5, this is where our monster trucks usually get through pretty easily. Level 6, yeah, overall it's easy. But here, you really need to go full speed because the cars start catching and just bouncing around. And at level 9, the gap here is bigger than the monster truck itself. So unfortunately, today McQueen the monster truck won't make it to the finish line. But maybe the boat will make it, because it's considerably longer. And by the way, I should mention that the next Lambo is even longer. It's what they call a centipede Lambo. So let's go ahead and test it out. I feel like at least one car, well, 100%, should be able to make it all the way across. Let's go! The car is longer, so I suggest we go full throttle with it, especially since level 5 is already starting right now. Let's go! Come on! We absolutely have to make it. Let's go! The suspension is working absolutely perfectly. Level 10? Come on, we can do this! No, we passed level 9 just perfectly, without any problems at all. But at the 10th level, the gap is just way too big, and unfortunately, our car just dropped down like a stone, and that's the end of it. Well, at least it didn't sink, because it can float. It's a monster truck boat that can also float on the water. I'd love to have one of those in real life. Okay. We're moving on to the most anticipated cars because first of all, this is the Centipede Lambo. Look at how gigantic it is. First of all, the wheels are small. Yeah, the Lambo has much bigger wheels in the back, but just look at how long it is. I mean, I think we can very easily, let's see, first level. Yeah, that's totally easy, second one. This car is literally as long as the whole level, stretching from one end to the other. I think even at a speed of 5 kilometers per hour, we could very easily get through this challenge. But we're definitely not going to stop there. It's crawling along like a snail, just like a real centipede. We're going to try our best to make it through, slowly, but we're gonna try to make it through. Look, the wheels are actually catching on, and oh no. Okay, now the problems are starting. What? Why is the car bouncing like that? All right, come on, car, please. We have to make it. Here, the gap is already way too big, but come on. What? How? Is it cheating or? No. Whoa, what kind of propeller are you anyway? Turns out even a car this long isn't enough. Wait, hold on. I suggest attempt number 2. I'm giving this one a second chance. This time, we're accelerating to the max. 200 kilometers per hour should be enough overall. Come on, let's go. We have to make it. Come on. Yes, stop. See, speed really does make the difference. Okay, we've figured out that the Lambo Centipede will definitely make it to the finish line. All right, let's go and test the biggest Lambo. Well, here it is, the main guest of the show, the biggest Lambo imaginable. You know what I'm going to suggest? I suggest we first drive it at the absolute minimum speed, to see if perhaps this Lambo is actually so super overpowered that it can easily pass this challenge even at the very lowest speed. And then if it doesn't work out, we can try a second attempt at full speed. Because I think at full speed, well, there's a 100% chance we'll make it to the finish line. But here is where we start having problems, and wait, what? Seriously? Even such a giant Lambo can't pass level 10? I think it's time to go for maximum speed. Okay, let's go. The Lamborghini is now accelerating to its maximum speed, and the finish line is right there, just about to be crossed. Come on, let's go! Oh, perfect. That's it, brake. We accelerated so fast that we didn't even have time to finish. But most importantly, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and don't forget the bell because that's how you won't miss any new awesome videos. And of course, like this video if you enjoyed the new experiment in GTA 5. Good luck to everyone, have a great mood, and see you next time in GTA.